They say emotion is strength, but that's only half the truth. Strength without control is chaos dressed as passion, and chaos is how they get inside your head. Before we begin, hit subscribe to Dark Mind 999 if you're drawn to mastering the hidden layers of human psychology, the banned, the forbidden, the unspoken. Every week, I reveal mental blueprints they tried to erase from textbooks. Today, I'm going to expose one of them. A psychological override that lets you stay calm while others lose control. It was once whispered about in behavioral science circles, then buried because it makes ordinary people dangerously stable. Once you learn this mechanism, nobody can pull your strings again. You'll stop bleeding energy through anger, stop leaking power through fear. You'll respond like a strategist, not a victim. This isn't meditation, it's mental weaponization. It's how you become unshakable while the world collapses around you. Welcome to the dark art of emotional mastery. Chapter 1. When chaos knocks, calm answers. Every confrontation is a test disguised as an accident. Someone snaps, insults you, corners you, and waits to see what leaks out first, fear or fury. In that instant, your brain opens two invisible doors. One leads to reaction, the other to awareness. Most people sprint through the first and slam it behind them. I've trained myself to linger in the doorway. That pause, those 2 or 3 silent seconds, are worth more than any comeback. Because in that pause, the storm passes through you instead of carrying you away. Calm isn't passive, it's a calculated delay that makes other people reveal their next move before you make yours. When you stay centered, they lose the script. Chapter 2. The Emotional Hacker's Code. There's an unwritten rule among manipulators. Control the rhythm, and you control the room. The frantic always lose to the patient. I slow the world down when tension rises. My voice drops, my breathing deepens, my gestures shrink until every movement feels deliberate. In seconds, adrenaline obeys me instead of the moment. That's the hacker's code, tempo over tone. When you decelerate, people subconsciously match your pace. Their nervous systems resynchronize to yours. And once they do, you become the metronome of the conversation. Calm isn't quiet, it's dominance expressed through rhythm. Chapter 3, the forbidden pause. Silence is outlawed in modern life. People panic when it appears. They rush to fill it with noise, excuses, explanations. I stopped doing that. When someone presses me for a reaction, I let silence bloom like smoke between us. I watch them squirm in it, feel the weight of their own words looping back into their minds. That's when truth leaks out. The pause disarms because it inverts expectation. Suddenly they're performing, not you. Interrogators once called this the mirror void. It was banned because it worked too well. I call it reclaiming gravity. The one who can hold silence holds power. Chapter 4. Fireproof mindset. Emotional mastery isn't about being numb. It's about burning without turning to ash. When pain hits, I let it hit. I name it, breathe through it, and refuse to kneel before it. That's how steel is tempered. Exposure followed by containment. The fireproof mind doesn't avoid heat. It learns its thresholds. It knows when pain is information and when it's manipulation. Every insult, every loss, every betrayal becomes a new calibration point. And each time I survive one, my tolerance expands until flames feel like light. Chapter 5. The Mirror of Manipulators. Manipulators hunt for mirrors. They need your reflection to confirm their illusion of power. When you stop reflecting, they lose form. I stopped feeding them reactions. My silence became a wall so smooth their projections slid off it. They got louder, angrier, smaller. Power isn't in shouting back. It's in refusing to provide the echo. Every time you choose stillness over drama, you drain their battery. Eventually, they look into your calm and see only themselves. And that terrifies them more than any confrontation ever could. Chapter 6. Detachment is not distance. Detachment isn't coldness. It's clarity with boundaries. When I detach, I step back just enough to see the whole chessboard. I still feel every emotion, but I no longer let any of them vote on my decisions. People confuse empathy with absorption. I've learned that observation gives me more influence than immersion. From a higher vantage point, every outburst becomes predictable. Every guilt trap visible before it's sprung. Detachment doesn't make you heartless. It keeps your heart functional in a world built on emotional blackmail. Chapter 7, The Shadow of Empathy. Empathy is a double-edged gift. It lets you read pain, but it also tempts you to carry it. I used to absorb everyone's emotions until I became a hostage of compassion. Now I listen differently. I feel without fusing. I remind myself that understanding someone's suffering doesn't require drowning in it. True empathy is witnessing pain without losing identity. It's staying soft enough to care, but firm enough to survive. The untouchable mind doesn't reject empathy. It refines it into controlled compassion. Chapter 8 is the 0 point. The highest form of emotional control isn't bliss, it's neutrality. At 0 point, you stop labeling experiences as wins or losses. They simply become data. Compliments and criticism register on the same line of code. You become an observer of your own biology. At first it feels alien, then liberating. Every trigger turns into information. Every attack becomes feedback. From this neutrality, you can re-enter emotion on your terms, not its. And that's when the world stops owning you. Chapter 9, The Return of Power. Power doesn't arrive with status. It returns when you stop leaking it. Each time you resist the urge to over-explain, to please, to prove, your strength recycles back into you. You start walking differently, talking slower, choosing silence over validation. The world begins to sense it. People respond to you, not because you demand attention, but because your stillness forces them to. When you control your inner climate, external storms lose meaning. Chapter 10, Integration, the Untouchable State. Now you hold the code. Pause, observe, control rhythm, detach, reflect, return to 0. These aren't temporary tactics. They're a permanent operating system. The world rewards those who react quickly. Life rewards those who respond precisely. From today forward, measure strength not by how loud you are, but by how little disturbs you. Because emotional untouchability isn't apathy, it's sovereignty. You are no longer a puppet of circumstance, you are the scriptwriter of response. Chapter 11, The Mirror Phase. Every manipulator builds trust by reflecting you. They steal your tone, your words, your rhythm. The defense? Reflect back without surrendering shape. Observe your reflection in them, then distort it slightly. Make them chase your rhythm. The mirror becomes a trap reversed. Chapter 12, The Trust Reversal. When someone rushes to earn your trust, slow down. Reverse the dynamic. Make them qualify for you. Ask calibrated questions, hold eye contact a heartbeat longer, and let silence demand honesty. Predators flee scrutiny. Authentic minds relax into it. Control who earns your vulnerability. Chapter 13, The Emotional Armor. Empathy without boundary is self-destruction. So I build emotional armor, feel everything, absorb nothing. I let emotions pass through me like wind through open hands. That's not coldness, it's calibration. Compassion guided, never hijacked. Chapter 14, The Emotional Label. When tension rises, I label emotion instead of debating logic. You sound frustrated. You seem relieved. Labeling switches the limbic system off defense and onto cooperation. It's empathy as precision, not pity. The moment a feeling is named, it obeys. Chapter 15, The Silence Test. Silence is the lie detector of the soul. After I speak, I wait. If they rush to fill the void, they're seeking approval. If they stay comfortable, connection is real. Silence magnifies truth faster than interrogation ever could. I measure trust by who can breathe inside the quiet. Chapter 16, The Value Reflection. Every interaction ends with a mirror of strength. I noticed your patience. You handled that better than most. Not flattery, observation. It anchors identity and associates you with stability. Humans remember those who reflected their best selves. Chapter 17, The Trust Feedback Loop. Once synchrony starts, it must be maintained. When they lean back, I follow half a beat later. When they soften tone, I match the rhythm. Two nervous systems begin to co-regulate. a biological duet. That's why some people feel instantly comfortable. Their bodies are dancing long before the words arrive. Chapter 18. The Immunity Insight. Recognize these cues in the spell breaks. Advertisers, cult leaders, toxic partners. They all play the same rhythm, but once you can see synchrony forming, you choose when to join and when to hold your own tempo. Awareness creates immunity. That's emotional sovereignty. Chapter 19, Integration, the Untouchable Mind. Now you hold the full architecture of emotional control. Synchrony, awareness, calm, reflection. Each step rewires the nervous system into command mode. You are no longer readable, rushable, or rewritable. You've become emotionally untouchable, not by closing off, but by mastering the rhythm of connection. Use this knowledge ethically. Build trust with intention, not manipulation. Because when you control emotion, you control energy. And when you control energy, you control everything. Chapter 20, The Small Confession. Trust needs risk. I offer a controlled fragment of truth, something real yet safe. It tells the other brain, we exchange honesty here. Researchers call it reciprocal self-disclosure. 5 seconds of vulnerability builds more rapport than 5 minutes of flattery. Chapter 21, The Calm Signal. Anxious energy repels. Calm pulls gravity. When I slow my blink rate, drop my shoulders, and speak half a beat slower than emotion demands, their vagus nerve registers authority. In chaos, the steadiest voice becomes the leader. Calm is chemistry, contagious, invisible, commanding. Chapter 22, The Attention Loop. People don't trust who talks the most. They trust who notices. Every 7 seconds, I signal attention. A nod, a pause, a perfectly timed silence. Each cue lights up their anterior cingulate cortex, the brain's you matter center. It's not words, it's awareness. You become magnetic by proving presence. Call to action. If this awakens something inside you, hit subscribe and join the Dark Mind 999 Circle, a community built on forbidden psychology, stoic control, and emotional supremacy. New mind control lessons drop every week.